Hey, this is Soaky Bobby Briggs. Today is July the 7th, 2022, and we're here in Spartan, North Carolina at the Kita-Kami-Ryu Karate Do. Today I have with me one of the green belts that's in our class, Miss Emma Smith, and we're going to talk about, I'm going to basically teach a lesson in how to generate power and speed in your punching and kicks. And Emma's going to help me demonstrate this while I talk about it. When you're throwing kicks, whether you're throwing kicks or whether you're throwing punches, if you want the power out of them, you got to have full extension. Same way as you do when you're breaking boards. If somebody's holding a board up, you go through full extension whenever you break a board, because you got to look on the other side of the board and focus and break. In order to break a board, you got to look through the board. And you do basically the same thing whenever you're sparring. Whenever you're fighting someone in class, when you're throwing punches and kicks, you get full arm extension or you get full leg extension whenever you're doing it. So we're going to talk about the arm and leg extension on punches and kicks. We're going to talk about footwork. We're going to talk about how you need to be light on your feet, on the balls of your feet, so that you can move, so that you can pivot, so it doesn't look like your feet is nailed to the ground where you can't do anything. We're going to talk about kicking the heel out whenever you punch, hip rotation, shoulder rotation. All that goes into the power and the speed that you got to have during your punches and kicks. So we'll start out with the easy things first, because everybody pretty much can punch. So we'll start out with the easy things as far as punching. So Emma, if you can get, say, in a left-hand fighting stance for me. So you can see that she's in a left-hand fighting stance, and whether she's punching with her lead hand or whether she's punching with her rear hand, she's still going to have hip rotation. Since the camera is on this angle, we'll focus on the rear hand first, and we'll show you how she kicks the heel out, which is going to rotate her hips, which is going to rotate her shoulders, and how she's going to have full arm extension on this. And then I'll have her get in the other fighting stance and punch with the lead hand so you can get a good angle at that. So go ahead and throw a reverse punch, Emma. Just hold it right there. So if you can see what she's done here, let me scoot behind her. She's kicked her heel out. So come back to your fighting stance. If you can focus on her foot right here, when she starts to throw this reverse punch, go ahead and slow motion, Emma. When she throws that reverse punch, see how the heel kicks out. That foot's not planted on the floor, it kicks out. Now when her heel kicks out, it automatically rotates her hips. And since it's rotating her hips is rotating her shoulders. She's also got full arm extension, and that's where the power comes from. That's why you can break boards so easy and whenever you're doing this. And whether you're working out on a pad, whether you're breaking boards or whatever. All right, come back to your regular fighting stance there. Scoot up for me a little bit this way. There you go. So she's going to do it medium speed, but I want you to see the whole body, her whole right side here, how it's rotating straight into her target. Go ahead. Okay, now come back. Now I'm going to hold a pad up, and she's going to show you, not full power, but she's going to pop this pretty good, and she's going to demonstrate exactly what I'm talking about. Rotating or kicking the heel out, rotating her hips, rotating her shoulders, full arm extension over here to get good power. Okay, pop it pretty good, Emma. You don't have to hit it as hard as you want, but you go ahead and pop it pretty good. Ready? Yes! Okay, back. Now I want you to pop it, go all the way through, full arm extension, then come back to your fighting stance real quick, just like you're breaking a board. Yes! Knee! Son! Okay, now watch her do it in the air. Same thing. And just watch, this whole back side of her right here is working. This front foot, you can move it if you want to. You can actually step out before you do this, or you can stay still and just do rotation. Totally up to you, and all that depends on the distance between you and whoever it is or whatever it is that you're trying to hit. If you're close enough right here where when she does it, come on in, and she can pop me right here, she doesn't have to step forward. Okay, come back. But if I'm right here and she wants to hit me with that, she's going to take a step out with her lead foot and then rotate where she can get me, like that. Okay, do it again. Go pretty fast. Ready? Yes. okay? And pop it back. Punch and come straight back. Hey, son, okay? And that's from her backside. Now switch fighting stances for me. And you can see the hips are still going to rotate. The shoulder's still going to rotate when she throws a lead punch. This right here is nothing but arm exercises. If you do that, that's all it is. If you want to get power, when she's like this, she's going to punch and she's going to kick this heel into it, rotate the shoulders, and punch straight into it like that. In other words, it's bam, like this. And that foot is not staying still. You've got to move your feet. You've got to be light on your feet in order to do this. And she can still pop it pretty good from here. Ready? Yes. Do it real quick. Pop it and come back in your fighting stance. Hey, son. And you saw all that. So it doesn't matter whether you're fighting with your lead side, whether you're fighting with your back side or your reverse side, you can still get hip rotation into it. Now, the same thing's going to apply whenever you do kicks, okay? Your hip, you can go ahead and relax for a second. This leg, we're going to let Emma kick with her right leg right now so you can see from the backside view of what her hips and her legs are going to do. When she kicks, this leg, her foot, is going to follow the path of the knee and the hips. So if her target is right here, her hips should not be way over pointing in this direction. Her hips should be pointing exactly where the target is. And in order to do that, get in your fighting stance. And in order to do that, she's going to have to twist on this back leg, okay? Because this foot, that back leg, whenever you kick, can't stand still right here and throw a kick. You can, but you're not going to get any power and you're not going to get any speed because right now my hips are facing right here. So in order, if I want to hit Emma with a kick, I've got to line my hips up to my target, which is Emma. So if I come up, I'm going to point this foot like this, which is lining my hips. Some people might have to turn it further than other people. Some people may not have to turn it as much, but you turn it as far as you need to turn it to get the hips to line up in order to effect a kick. Go ahead and throw a side kick at me. Ready? Yes. Now you see how her hips was lined up on me. I'm her target. Good, scoot back. Do it again. Watch her hip right now. Right now her hip is facing this way. But when she kicks, that hip's going to be facing me, the silhouette of me, because I'm what she's trying to kick. Ready? Yes. See how she rotated this hip and then come up with a perfect side kick. Now we'll do it on the pad. Up the pad. Pretty decent, Emma. Give me some good speed, good power. Pop it and set back in your fighting stance. Ready? Yes. Knee. Son. Pop it real good this time. Cheek. So, you've seen how much power, and that's not as hard as she can kick, but she popped it real good. That's fine. She popped it really good. Emma's 14 years old. She weighs just shy of 100 pounds, 96, 98 pounds. And she can pop it, a pad, extremely good. Break boards with ease. She kicks people in the head all the time. She kicked people in the head Tuesday night at fight night in our dojo. So she does that because she knows how to line her hips up, same way that whenever you punch, you want to line the shoulders and the hips up as the punch is going through. Now we're going to do, let's say a quarter kick. Go rear leg quarter kick from the left hand fighting stance, Emma. Now, she's going to come up. It's kind of like some styles will refer to it as maybe a round kick or something, but she's going to come up with this quarter kick, and you'll see these back hips, they're going to rotate all the way around so she can get that quarter kick in. And whenever she does, this front foot is not planted on the floor. She's got to have movement in that front foot in order to line the hips up. Go ahead and do a quarter kick for me, Emma. Ready? Yes. So you saw how her back foot twisted back there. Do it again. Focus on this, what is now the front foot, but it's going to be the back foot when she comes up and kicks with this other leg. And she does that in order to line this hip right here up with her target. Ready? Knee. And you see what it is. Now pop the clapper pad for us. Ready? Yes. And you saw that. trust me, that isn't as hard as what Emma can kick, but you saw how fast it was and how powerful it was. Okay, do it again, pop it pretty good. Knee. Okay, so there we go. And it's a simple process. Now we're going to do hook and punches. Emma knows how to do hook and punch. We do hook and punch with her lead hand. We do hook and punch with her rear hand. When you do hook and punch, you still got to have rotation of the hips. You got to have make sure this hip is rotated in order for the shoulders to rotate, and you got to follow through. You can't hit and stop. Do a hook and punch with your rear hand on my hand and just stop when you hit it. Go. See that? No follow through. It's just stopped right there. Her arm is bent. Okay? Now, even though she kicked that heel out, rotated this heel, and rotated the shoulder like she's supposed to, but she had no follow through. Now she's going to kick the heel out, rotate the hip, rotate the shoulder, and follow through, and you'll see, I'm not going to hold my hand up there, I'll hold this pad, but you'll see how she can pop this, because she's going to have kicking the heel out, rotation of the hips, rotation of the shoulder, as well as follow through with a pad. Follow all the way through with it. Emma, ready? Yes. See how she went all the way through it? Knee. Son. Okay. She's going to do the same thing with her lead hand. Come this way. Okay. And you'll see the same thing. She's still going to move. Everything's going to move. The shoulder's going to move. The arm's going to move. The hip's going to move. She's going to be light on her feet. Everything. The whole body has to work with each other. Ready? Yes. See how she went all the way through it? She's not hitting right here and stopping. She's looking beyond this and knocking it this way. And she's following all the way through it and hooking with it. I'm going to give her something a little bit tougher to hit to show you what kind of follow through she's got. Pop it pretty good. Ready? Yes. Knee. Son. See that shoulder following through as she's doing that? So, thanks, Emma. So basically what we're doing is we're talking about kicking the heel out, rotation of the hips, which is going to have rotation of the shoulders, which you're going to have follow through. If you noticed on her kicks, as well as her punches, she had complete follow through. She didn't hit and stop. She had complete follow through. Okay? So it doesn't matter whether it's on your punches or whether it's on your kicks. You got to have follow through. You got to have proper body alignment, and you got to be light on your feet. Emma's feet never at one time looked like she was nailed to the ground, and she was only doing arm exercises. Her whole body was flowing smoothly. Okay? And trust me, this 98-pound, 14-year-old girl can rock your world with a punch and kick because she knows how to generate the power and the speed. And even though you couldn't see it at the time, and I wasn't having her ki, but that's another thing that you got to do when you're punching and kick. You've got to exhale. You can't hold your breath. If you hold your breath, it slows your speed down. It decreases your power. You know, whatever you're doing, you're breathing out. Even though you probably couldn't see it on the video, but trust me, I was watching her. When she does it, she was exhaling. Now, if I have her ki on, she's going to do the same thing, and we'll do a demonstration on that. Do your hook and punches again. This time I want to see a good ki, exhale, and do a good follow through the whole 9 yards. Ready? Give me a good ki and exhale and follow all the way through it. Ready? Yes. Knee. There you go. Now we're going to do the same thing with the kicks. As a matter of fact, I'll just hold this up here. Let me get this up. I'll hold this up, pop this with a quarter kick, and give me good follow through, give me good hip rotation like you do. Only thing I want you to do different is add the ki to it. Pop it with that, turn around and do a rear leg quarter kick so the camera can see. Ready? Yes. See there? Knee. One more. Pop it good. Son. Okay, so there you have it. It's just good shoulder rotation, good hip rotation, kicking that foot out, good follow through, whether it's with the arms and punching, whether it's with the legs we're kicking, arm extension, leg extension if that's what it calls for, and most of all, breathing and being light on your feet and the floor. Okay? So just practice all those things, and the whole body has got to work with each other. You can't just stand here and do arm exercises, or stand here and do leg exercises. You actually got to put the body at work, relax the body, put it at work, exhale while you're doing it. Everything's got to work together in order to generate power and speed. Thank you.